Okay, so last time, the four of you were drawn together by an invitation to the Gilded Grog, where you met your handler, the elusive Silas. There, Silas entrusted you with a magic music box, which laid out your first mission as operatives of the Golden Vault. Infiltrate the Varkenbluff Museum of Natural History and retrieve a powerful artifact known as the Murkmire Stone. The mission is urgent. The artifact is, in truth, the egg of an eldritch horror, set to hatch by midnight tonight. Dr. Cassie Donnell, an expert in the occult, needs the stone in her possession to neutralize the threat. After a night's rest, you gathered your resolve and met Dr. Donnell at the Sage's Quill coffee shop, where she provided key details about the Murkmire Stone. However, during your conversation, both Omi and Nothlog noticed a suspicious woman across the room, a figure with dark hair who left quickly, disappearing into the crowd as Nothlog tried to give chase. Now, with the gala beginning in a few hours, you have preparations to make. Tonight, you'll be rubbing elbows with the city's elite, blending into a grand gala at the museum. It's your best chance to gather information on the stone's location and any security measures guarding it. Whatever your plan, time is of the essence. The fate of Neverwinter may depend on your success. No pressure.
Okay.
No pressure, first level characters. It's like I love these like first level campaign where it's like, the fate of Neverwinter rests on your shoulders.
It's only one city though, it's all right.
That's right.
That's true. I mean,
there's a bunch of other ones.
I'm sure somebody will destroy it before it spreads outside of Neverwinter.
And to be fair, Neverwinter has been destroyed before, and it seems to be fine.
That's true. And actually right now it's just in the final stages of being rebuilt.
So they've done it once.
I was listening to an actual play, and they had an NPC, an NPC commoner journeying with the party, and the commoner got stabbed with a sword and died, and they're all like, ninth levels, like, how could a sword kill somebody? And the DM was like, most times when people get stabbed by a sword, they die.
Yes, those are normal people.
Those are normal people,
not adventurers.
Okay, so
Dr. Donnell had told us that the curator hates her, which I had in quotes. What was the curator's name? I couldn't read my writing.
Alda Arkin. So ALDA. Last name is ARKIN.
ALDK.
No, ALDA.
Yep, Alda Arkin.
Yep, okay. I was like, I have no idea what I wrote there.
Yeah, Alda is essentially the one that more or less got her, or was responsible for her, Dr. Donnell's firing from the museum.
And were we given disguises, or do we have to go out and get them?
You were not given anything, although...
Well, because we were given like cloaks to blend into the cafe.
Yeah, and actually I take that back. So as part of the mission, Dr. Donnell has general outfits for you if you guys don't have anything, or if you don't like them, essentially is what the story says. So no, I'm not wearing that trash. I'm gonna get my own outfit.
That's
with
totally
my cords of gold that I start off with at first level.
That's right.
So she presents you with attire that would be, appropriate for the gala.
You wear these.
Because for some reason, in my old notebook, just writing down Dr. Donnell disguises, I was unclear what I meant by that.
Yeah, so she does give that to you.
Okay.
Did you guys have any other questions for her? Because you had time essentially in between the last session and this to study the map. And I'll put it up for you guys if you want here.
Is there a sewer system in Neverwinter?
Yeah, Jay was explaining to me what you guys were sort of...
I was just kidding by climbing up the privies.
Okay. Well, actually, this raises an interesting...
Oh, Jay froze.
Because if I'm reading the map correctly, the privies empty into the shop on the first floor.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll see once you're in there, the ceilings are massive. So when you walk into the main area there, the grand entrance, we're talking probably what I'm imagining is like 4 stories high of a
So it's like
ceiling.
walking into like the Natural History Museum in New York
Yeah,
City.
and then within that ceiling, I would imagine would be like the plumbing for the toilets, which then basically take the waste through gravity drains out into the sewer system underneath the city. And as like a grand described as beautiful city as Neverwinter, they'll want to get rid of the waste. People are not throwing their waste outside of their windows. So
I think that's the next handbook that D&D should come out with.
I do too.
What was that?
The next handbook, it should be all about the sewage of all the cities.
It should. So in the poor neighborhoods, they do throw it outside the windows, but in like this area, no, none of the building codes would allow you to throw your waste on the street. So all of this has plumbing enough to have at least gravity drains that carry the waste into the sewer system.
Dinner was full.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know. She told us she didn't know where the stairs to the basement were. And she didn't know exactly how to get to the attic, but she thought there was something up there.
Yeah, and actually because I can tell you where the stairs to the basement are in just a moment. Because I think I put the entrance to the basement, I think, is through the office there and the northern office.
And the one that's circled here, was that the one she thinks is the curators?
Yeah, let me go back here
not to hit you up with too many questions at once. But...
Yep, so the stairs to the basement, she's saying where, so she doesn't know where they are, but where she's kind of indicated in her statement there where is where she thinks that the stairs would be.
Gotcha. Okay. And this was the curator's office, right?
She assumed that that's where she was because that's the door that she spent most of her time going
right.
in.
That's where she saw her go in and out.
Correct. And she just assumed that was her office.
And just to get it straight in my head, it's like morning time. Like it's like, because that's where the coffee shop meeting her in the morning right now, right?
Yeah, and I misjudged it. So it's not, you don't have you actually have more than, a few hours because the gala starts at
I had 6.
6. So yeah, it goes from 6 to 8, and then you have from 8 to midnight. And it's around midnight that she fears that the egg will essentially hatch. So she needs to have it in her possession before that time.
Gotcha.
So you have, and we'll say, so you met her about 7 a.m. Maybe you spend an hour there. So maybe it's like 8:30 in the morning by now.
Is the museum open right now?
It is, but there will be a fair amount of people there and the guards will be up and it is open to the public essentially.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes. And if you're asking her for this information, she will tell you that the area to where the stone is kept is under lock and key at this point. So you'd only be able to see the stone or the area where the stone is kept during the gala, not before.
Is there an admission fee to the museum before the gala?
Excellent question. Would there be an admission fee? Probably, I would say it probably is like a copper to get in.
To keep the riffraff out.
Would she know what the value of the stone is? Like how much they evaluate it?
She would say the stone is priceless. There's nothing like it that's been found so far, which is why the museum values it so much, and why so many people are willing to invest in the museum just to be associated with the stone.
So in there, it just went quiet for me.
I think everyone's thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
You can't smell the smoke coming out of our ears, but
And Omi's ears are pretty big, so it's a lot of
that's
smoke.
right. So there's a lot of it.
Do you guys have like a sort of like an idea how you think you're going to approach it, or at least where you guys want to start, or or did you want to get like in there and kind of get boots on the ground to look around first?
Yeah,
and then
I thought we'd like start by just trying to assess the locations of the alarms and security features and figure out like which areas are going to be the most perilous when we come back later on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I would agree. I think we should at least go check out the museum now.
I wouldn't mind going to the loading dock and seeing if I could talk my way into seeing if they are hiring. Figure orcs
We'll all get jobs at the museum.
We'll save the city and help its economy.
Yes, exactly.
So did we want to split up so that we like Nothlog can go in the back and try to get his job, and then the rest of us can go kind of scope out the museum, or do we want to stick together?
Well, I'm not even hoping for a job necessarily. I'm hoping more for at least them to bring me in and maybe interview me and be able to scope out the.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're going to go into the front and try to get talk to someone there to get.
No, I'm going to talk to the people in the back. I'm going to try and sell myself off to the common folk and see if they can maybe introduce me to their. I would assume the loading dock people would have like some sort of supervisor.
Okay, so you're going to head around to the back, and then everybody else is going to go around to the front.
You want
Yeah, that was my question.
You want any help, Noth?
Sure, your merchant background might come in handy back there.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then the two least conspicuous are just going to go wander around the inside of the museum.
Okay, so who's going inside the museum? I'm sorry.
I think.
What do you say, Omi? Want to go in the front door?
Okay, so I got these messed up
around.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Adam. You're playing Plu now. That's the way I want it. I don't like Jason as Plu.
And Jedrick are going to the back, to the dock.
Yeah, so Nothlog and Jedrick around to the back, and then Omi and Plu in the front. Who do you want to start with? I'll leave it up to you guys.
Go ahead with Nothlog and Jedrick.
Okay, so it's basically right next door. So as you leave the Sage's Quill, you basically say your goodbyes and split up. And the front of the museum is actually right where the front of the Sage's Quill is. So essentially the entrance and exit of the Sage's Quill is on the front side where you're basically where you would enter into the museum. So Jedrick and Nothlog, you'd actually have to go down that alleyway around to the back. So as you go down the alleyway and then turn the corner to where you would assume that the loading area is into the museum, you actually see a empty wagon there with horses at the ready near the door, but the door is closed and currently there's no one present.
All right, we'll knock on the door.
Okay, so you knock on the door. Roll, Kitten Ganyan, roll a d6 for me, each of you.
3.
5.
Okay. So in about a minute or so, you hear the door unlock, and then it opens a bit, but you can see it's actually bolted, so the door itself doesn't open all the way, almost like
a little chain lock on it type of deal.
sort of like that. More like one of those locks that, like the ball in the lock goes like this, and one of the double doors opens a bit, and you see a laborer in there with this long, shaggy brown beard, and he's got streaks of gray in it. And he looks kind of weathered and beaten up, but he's got a broad frame, and he's a pretty big guy. And he says in a gruff voice, he's like, "The museum entrance is around front."
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disturb you. I don't mean to disturb you, but my friend here. I'm Dedrick Dungelfor of the Dungelfor and Family Trading Company, and the friend here who was looking for a job, and they said that we can come around back, and you might be able to help him.
Yeah, who said to come around back?
The guy out front. He said, workers go to the back door. Look at me. I'm clearly not cut out for working in a museum, but we're just new to the area, and I thought maybe lifting things would be more my speed.
No, you probably misunderstood him. That if you actually worked here, you go around back. But if you're looking for a job, you got to speak to management up front. I can't give you a job.
They said to meet us around. I'm sorry, don't mean to disturb you. You're awful nice, and I know you have a job to do and everything. But they did tell us, insisted that we go around back to find the.
But I don't have the authority to give anyone a job.
Well, they said to meet us back here. Someone named Archid.
No one by that name. You got to go around front. You got to speak to management. I'm sorry, I can't let you in. And then he closes the door, and you hear the bolt go and locks it.
Could we see through the crack if there was anybody else there?
I'll have you make a perception check.
Okay.
As he's closing the door, see what you can see.
14.
Okay. You didn't see anyone behind him, and I would imagine the way the door was opening, so it would have been the left door. So all you could see from that angle is basically just a large open warehouse area. There's several crates of different sizes. I mean, you have crates that are, like 5 by 5 all the way down to, like a bowling bag type size crates that are stacked up on top of each other. And some have been opened, and you see like packing material that's been like straw and whatnot that's all over the floor. But you didn't see anything else. You didn't see any people. You didn't see a stairway up from that angle.
So I have command kit, but it's not going to help here because my commands I can give are not going to get us in.
I have
Give them the command hire.
That's right.
Well, I'm assuming my choices are only the ones in the spell options. So I don't think I can.
I mean you can say anything as long as it sort of makes sense. It still has to be like one word, but.
Yeah, I think they changed the command spell because it used to be you could say anything, and now
it's just choose a command from these options. Yeah.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Yeah, I got approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt.
Oh, that sucks.
You can tell him to grovel, so he'd be like, "No, please."
Yeah, but he won't open the door though. He's still bolted. I don't want to bust in the door. I was hoping to use it to maybe get him to let us in, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Wow.
No, I was that.
What's that?
They nerfed the spell. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Of all the spells to fiddle with, that's such a weird one.
Clearly, they hate.
I might make him be able to like us for a minute or two, or a minute.
Oh, did Jay freeze?
Yeah, Jay froze. You're still there.
Oh, see what I can do.
Oh, no, you're back.
Whoa, hey, oh.
I might be able to make him like us for a minute, but then after the minute, he knows that I did something to him.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be.
From your impression, though, it's not about him not liking you or not necessarily trusting you. It's what he has the ability or authority to do. So whether even if you were like a friend or someone who knows him, he doesn't have the authority to hire you or to even let you in. So that's kind of the impression you got from him. It's not like he was being like get lost loser kind of attitude. It was more, I'm a nobody. Like, I can't hire you. Like, if you're looking for a job, you got to speak to management kind of thing. Not like.
Well, Northlog, you want to go round back or check out the wagon?
Yeah, we can check out the wagon. I don't know if there's any sense in us going in if the other two have already gone in.
So there's nothing currently in the wagon, but it does look like the wagon had just brought in something to the museum probably before it opened this morning.
The horse.
The horse brays a bit.
I do have a bonus to animal. Being a merchant.
Yes. And being a workhorse, it basically is just sitting there. Or standing there, I should say. It's not really reacting to whatever you're doing.
You have voices in your head too?
It gives you a big sloppy kiss.
Is there anything back here that suggests, does the entrance area suggest that this might be the basement floor, but beneath the first floor of the actual museum, or?
So you could tell from the, I should say this. When you looked in, there were steps down into, even from the back street area, into this loading area.
Okay.
So the doors themselves are two double doors that open into that, essentially that storeroom area, and you'd assume it's beneath in the lower level of the museum. And each of the doors, I'm imagining, would be kind of like as wide as like a barn door, but not necessarily as tall. So basically what he did is just basically prop one of the doors open enough for you to see inside. And there are steps down into the storeroom that you can see. So it's pretty easy to tell that this is in the lower level or the lowest level of the museum. In the alleyway that you're in, I'm imagining it's a pretty wide loading area. So it can accommodate probably like two of these wagons side by side. And it backs up to, let's say, another storefront, like the back of another storefront on the other side. And so in this alleyway, you see essentially waste bins or whatnot where refuse is thrown from these different shops. So, and you see entrances to these shops, or at least on the back end, from the other side. So essentially, like, here is the alleyway, and here is the loading door where you are, the wagon with the horses. And then you see basically like waste containers all about, and then you have like entrances into other shops as you go along. And in either direction essentially leads into the main thoroughfare. So
the waste basket the waste receptacle. I'm going to look and see if I can see anything interesting in the waste basket that's nearest
On
to
the museum side,
museum side. Yeah.
it smells horrible. So when you lift up this, it's essentially all of the refuse from like the not only let's say broken items from like the shop and then trash that people have left about, but also food. And so you can extrapolate from that. There's actually like a um some sort of like food court or something within the museum itself because you see food waste in there as well. But there doesn't necessarily seem to be anything out of the ordinary.
And they've thrown out some other knickknacks like keys to the loading dock, ID cards.
Yeah, there's some security cards in there. There's actually the Murkmire stone that's
I was going to say there's some
throughout.
there's some green stone that's labeled Murkmire stone.
Yeah. You found the secret, kid. I didn't think that anyone would look in the refuse bin, so you actually found the secret hiding place for the
Good work.
You've won D&D.
Before we finish back here, can I inconspicuously just look around to see if there's any sort of alarms back in the spec door area?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
Okay. So from your inspection, you think you've done a pretty thorough job of checking. So you're fairly confident that there's no alarms around here that you can see. For what that's worth.
How's your perception, Jedrick?
My perception. I'll look and see if I can find any alarms.
You make a perception check. And you make a perception check.
A 5. I'm busy looking in the garbage, so there's no alarms in there. The garbage.
You actually have lost sight of Mouthlog.
The smell coming out of the garbage is so bad. It just completely clouds all of your senses.
It's like reverse Daredevil.
That's right.
You actually forgot to open your eyes while you were checking.
Everything's
gone dark.
All right. I don't know about you, Jedrick, but I think we're probably done back here.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Zolarel. Depends on what Zolarel thinks, though.
Yeah, so around the front where Omi and Plu are, so as you approach the entrance, you see a woman dressed in basically a white pantsuit with with a red sash that's tied into what looks almost like a tie. Around that's hanging down, and she greets you at the door and says, "Oh, welcome to the Varkenbluff Museum of Natural History. Are you looking to come in?"
As a matter of fact, I was hoping for a guided tour.
Oh, a guided tour. Sorry, I can't leave the front of the area. I'm only dealing with the admission into the museum, but if you look inside, maybe
I meant a tour conducted by someone who actually knows something.
Oh, well, yeah, you can look inside, but it's 1 copper for entrance into the museum, please.
I grudgingly give her my precious copper piece.
She pries it from your hand.
It's really valuable underwater.
I take out a copper piece and give it to her.
So she takes your copper piece and hands you both a pamphlet for the museum that has a extremely generic floor plan that's not. It's less detailed than the one you're already.
Hang on.
And she says, "Well, welcome to the Natural Museum." And then she opens the door for you. So you enter. So, statues depicting robed human women flank the sides of this public mingling space, which boasts a marble column in the center. The museum's information desk is situated just inside the front doors. To the north is a grand staircase draped in rich carpet. So over here is the staircase in question. And here's the information desk. And she greets you with a warm smile and says, "Welcome to the Varkenbluff Natural Museum of History."
Thank you.
Ilmoon wanders past her, like with just pretending to be in wide-eyed amazement at the majesty of the museum, but he's actually discreetly scoping out any alarms or security features in the atrium.
Okay, so which way do you wander off? So, and you can assume based on the map, these are the offices over here.
Yeah.
And
I'll start by going around the right side of the welcome desk and heading in the direction of the shop.
Okay.
And Omi will walk up to the woman at the desk and put his pamphlet that he got outside down on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have like the like sort of like the map where it like gives a general overview of what's in each section?
Yep.
In the pamphlet?
So off to the left, this is the ancient plants exhibit.
Yeah. Okay, that's
And then further off here is the ancient cultures exhibit.
Okay.
And then you have the two shops here.
So he's going to put the pamphlet down and point to the ancient plants one and say, "So when you mean ancient plants, I'm very curious about this," and just try to like generally distract her as Plu kind of wanders off.
Okay. And no, I want you to role play that whole scenario, Adam. I want you to start asking interesting questions about the ancient plants.
Yeah, you've got a filibuster.
Yep.
Well, let's see. I have a -1 in my nature skill, so this should be good.
Okay, so Plu, what were you doing at this time?
As I said, I'm making my way up, and there are places where there might be some kind of
So you want to go up to the second
detection
floor
thing or any other security measures?
Do you want to go to the second floor? Second floor?
Not yet. I was going to start by searching the room we're in.
Ah, okay. Maybe we go back down. Where did you want to look?
Again, I was just going to start from the desk and make my way, I guess we'll call it north, in the direction of the shop, just kind of slowly walking around and closely examining the entire environment as I go.
Okay, so make a perception check.
Seven.
Yes.
Okay.
He's smelling the garbage too.
You do not notice anything as you're making your way along here. And since you didn't state that you're necessarily being secretive about your inspection for anything, this guard is just giving you this kind of stink eye, like.
Mike, I actually did say I was specifically that I was trying to look like a wide-eyed tourist.
Oh, okay.
And just while I'm discreetly scoping things out.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, but you still won't find anything.
Okay.
Minus the stink eye.
I'll continue on until I arrive at the shop counter, but you can go back to Omi.
Okay. Okay, so Omi, your conversation about the ancient plants.
Yes. Do you want me to make a nature check for that? No.
No, because you're just and I will say at this point,
so it's basically he's just like asking a lot of questions about it, like, you know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring in Jedrick and Nothlog at this point. So I'll zoom in so you guys can see what you guys look like there.
Wascally Wabbit.
That's right.
There's the Wascally Wabbit, and there's Jedrick and Nothlog there. Okay. And we don't. I'm just using this map as a reference, just so you guys remember like what's where. We can do this theater of the mind if you want, if that's distracting.
What would I maybe ask here?
Because I doubt that there's going to be any battles or anything like that, so I don't want to reference that too much.
Oh, so I shouldn't try to kill her.
I cast Fireball, even though I don't have a spell.
Omi stabs this docent in the throat quickly.
Would it be beneficial for me to bring up the map that you guys had?
I'm actually looking at it.
Okay.
And I have it in front of me, so.
Okay.
So Jedrick will go up to the person at the information desk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to disturb you because I know you're a busy person with all these people here.
I always have time for anyone who's interested in the museum. How can I help you?
My friend Nothwog here, he's looking for a job and we're seeing management. Could you point us in the direction? Jedrick Tungleford of Tungleford Family Merchants.
She's not looking at you anymore. She's just looking at Nothwog, like staring at him and kind of like almost horror.
He's my reference.
Oh.
Can you tell us where management is located?
Sure.
Good at carrying things.
You can carry things. I bet. You look very strong.
So, Mike, while she's intimidated by Nothwog, Omi's gonna try to surreptitiously look over the desk and see if there's anything of interest, like on the desk or maybe behind it, that he can see without like leaning all the way over it or something. Just kind of like.
You see, actually, she's got a book on the desk, so when it's slow, she actually will sit there and read her book. It's just her own personal book that she's brought in. The only thing behind the desk are more pamphlets of which you already have, and essentially nothing else that you can see of any interest. She's probably actually got a food item or two behind there to snack on as she sits for her 8-hour shift of pretending to care about people. So I'm sorry, you want to speak to management because you can lift things?
I'm new to town. I figured I'd look for work and figure museums have big, heavy things that need lifting, and I'm good at lifting, and maybe I could be working your back room.
We do. I'll say that we don't normally hire people right off the street. There's
He's a good
valuable items that come in here. No offense or anything, but we need usually some reference from a guild. That's where you get most of our laborers from. We don't normally hire just people off the street.
No, I don't want. I know. I don't want to insult you, but Tungleford Family Merchants is a well-respected company in the Dale Lands, and
Mike, can I
never heard of Tungleford. I'm sorry.
Can I do a insight roll to see if she's got some orcist racist tendencies here?
Sure.
Okay. That was a bad roll. 13.
She's not really like hiding anything, and I think actually 13 is probably successful. It's not like she's actively trying to like hide her feelings or anything. You don't get the feeling that she is racist against orcs. You get the impression she's just intimidated by you.
Okay.
So, because I mean, you the way that we kind of envision is like you're pretty scary. So
yeah. No, I was gonna try and play up on though. I figured she works in a museum. She's probably sort of liberal and woke and.
Yeah, no, I mean if you were an elf who had torn out his own eye and who had blood over his shield, and she'd probably still also kind of like look at you like holy crap.
Can I prey on her hopeful mercies and play up the fact? Listen, ma'am, I don't mean to burden you with my story, but I've had as you can tell, I've had a very rough life, and my friend Jedrick was trying to help me get back on my feet. he's had some rough times of his own, and he just doesn't have enough work for me anymore. And it would really go a long way to helping me fit into society if I could find something to do with my hands other than violence.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
I'm going to guide him in that.
What is guy? That's +4, right?
Yep.
A D4. Right?
D4? Okay. Well, I rolled a 1, but I also rolled an 18.
Oh, okay. So it's an 18. Oh, and that's with the D4?
So 18 plus the 4. Oh, no, I got 22.
Okay. Because she's already kind of predisposed to like feel pity on you almost, just the nature of the kind of person she is. She says, well, I understand. I know how difficult it is for people coming into the city and finding work, especially with the way how difficult people she's like stuttering to find a word without insulting you. People who might be viewed differently by other people. I understand how difficult it might be for you.
He says under his breath, she means people like you.
Yeah, you people. She says, let me, she's like, I can put in a word for you. I will say though that, and she leans in like to kind of tell you this, so making sure like no one else that's employed there hears. She's like, the person making the decision, it wouldn't be me. It would be Miss Arkin and, excuse me, Dr. Arkin. She always corrects me. Dr. Arkin. She's not a nice person. So she doesn't really listen to us a lot of times, and she's not as kind. She wouldn't view you as kindly as I would. But I can definitely try to put in a good word and try to do as much as I can. Why don't you do this? And she actually like goes in. She actually pulls open a drawer from the desk and pulls out a like
5 minutes later.
yeah,
An application.
Like an application. Thank you. Jeez. It's all the alcohol that I've been imbibing. So she pulls out an application of sorts and gives it to you and says, if you could fill this out, I will pass this along to Dr. Arkin, and I'll give you a good word.
It's just how flustered she was. She couldn't remember what it was called because she was so flustered.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome.
Is all anyone can ask for. So I take that and go somewhere. Where
you can go to a bench nearby. There's seating areas for guests, and you can scare off some locals so they basically make room for you.
And again, I'm not filling that out at all.
Sit down, the people on the bench leave.
I'm gonna just look around and not fill that out at all, but pretend I'm filling it out.
We'll keep it on file. So, can I, while this is going on, are the guards paying any more attention to Nothlog or anything? Has he created a little bit of a stir or anything?
They're generally maybe keeping more of an eye on Nothlog, just given his appearance, and it being just kind of odd to see someone like Nothlog in a museum of natural history.
Are the doors to the offices closed?
Yes. And there is a guard station right there, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw from the map, but
yeah, they were the ones
from Tailspire
that almost gave Clue the stink eye.
Yeah. So there's a guard station there, and there's also a guard in the middle of the entrances to the Ancient Plants area, off to the left.
So Homie is going to say, seems like an awful lot of awful militaristic in here for a natural history museum.
Well, the museum has a lot of valuable pieces of art, and we do have the Murkmire stone, which is going on display for the general public tomorrow after the gala tonight, which you probably have heard of.
Oh, of course. Yep.
And she points to a sign, and there's actually a sign off to the right, and then off to the left. There's like a large sign that's advertising the gala and the Murkmire stone. So it's got a big illustration of the Murkmire stone on display there.
But it's that big?
I haven't even seen it yet. I won't even see it until tomorrow when it goes on display for the general public. I tried to get involved in the gala as at least a server, but I couldn't do it.
It's because of that nasty lady you were talking about?
No, it's actually more the guilds. They have a lot of control. You have to be in. The guilds have a lot of control in the city, so unfortunately, I couldn't get a job as a server.
Well, if you couldn't get that job, I highly doubt that Orc won't be getting one either.
He's not a friend of yours?
No, he came in with that squirrely looking human.
Oh, yeah. I feel really bad for him. I have nothing against orcs, and I just feel really bad. He looks really down on his luck.
You have friends who are orcs, right?
I dated an orc once.
In college.
It was a phase.
Let's see. She can't get a job. So, why the secrecy over the Murkmire stone? I mean, it's a pretty looking rock and everything, but I'm sure you have dozens or hundreds of rocks like that around here.
Nothing not only that large, but so rare. I mean, I don't have the education to really tell you much about it, but I hear it's quite valuable. In fact, priceless. They haven't even really been able to establish any sort of, value to the stone itself. There was a lady that worked here before who thought that had some like crazy ideas about like it being dangerous, like an egg or something, but it's clearly a stone from everything I've seen, and looking at the illustration, that's a rock, it's not an egg. So, and she was really like crazy. She was really into some supernatural occult knowledge stuff. So I don't know. I don't know about her.
Nothing wrong with the supernatural and occult, except when they talk to you.
What was that?
And there's nothing wrong with the supernatural, the occult, except when they talk to you.
There's nothing wrong with it. It just what she was saying just seemed pretty far-fetched to me, but I don't really know a lot, and I don't think she would have been fired if, she was right. I mean, they'd let her go. So I'm assuming they already figured out that what she was saying was not true. Aldous said that people are saying that she's crazy, so therefore she's crazy.
Oh, the mean lady is saying that
I was just doing a subtext there, Adam.
Gotcha. Many people are saying.
Many people are saying.
Blue moseys up to the shopkeeper and says, "So, tell me about this exhibit."
This isn't really an exhibit. This is a shop? Were you looking to purchase something? And
yes.
the shop that you're in on this side, it's replicas essentially. So there's like smaller replicas of some of the larger items in the shop. There's like fake like dinosaur bones or teeth, the sort of things that you'd find in a typical museum is like the tchotchke type stuff. Were you interested in anything you see here?
These bones. Do you have any bones that are more yellowed?
Yellow. Sure. What sort of are you talking about? Like, uh, teeth or
Yeah,
perhaps
nice
claws?
yellow tooth.
Tooth. Ooh. Let's see. We have here. Let's see if I can.
I'm just gonna punish you.
Did you have anything like in mind, Jay? Like,
whatever she shows me, I say, no, none of these are right. Do you have any more in the back?
oh, okay.
Enough.
We don't really have a back area for this. Unfortunately, what we have here is what we have for the day. I'm sorry. Did you have anything in mind? Maybe I can keep looking here. I mean, I can keep bringing out whatever we have.
You're being a dick, so I'm not doing anything.
Man, just do what you're doing.
Oh, sorry
I
about
wander
that,
over to the
sir.
northmost office and just try the doorknob like it's my business.
So the one that's like right next to you there,
Next to the shop, yeah.
Because you just walk up to and try to open it.
Yeah.
It's clearly locked. And at that point, like the guard that's on duty there walks over to you and says, "Excuse me."
I look at my map that I was given by the guide with befuddlement, and I'm like, I just want to go in and see the ancient plants.
This is the guard's office. This isn't the ancient plants office.
Oh, the guard's office. All right.
Yeah, this is off limits to any guests. The ancient plants exhibit is across the way that way.
Oh, thanks.
So Omi thanks the greeter for her help and conversation, and takes out his pamphlet and wanders over and sits next to Nothlog and says, "Do you think you could get a job as a guard?" Just under his breath.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want a job, though. I'm just trying to get an interview.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... Think you could interview for a guard? I'm kind of saying this as I've got the pamphlet like kind of in front of my face, trying to just kind of like...
The lady at the desk seems to be on my side. She'd probably put in a good word for me for that.
And at that moment, the office door that Plu tried to get into opens, and a female guard walks out, closes the door, and then walks over to the male guard that was stationed there, and he goes, and she takes his place, and he walks back into that same office, closes the door.
As the doors opening and closing, is there anything out of the ordinary in the office, or is it just exactly what I'd expect to see in there?
I'm saying from your angle, so I would assume that you've already started to move away from the office towards the opposite direction, or
I pictured this just happening right after the guard stopped me trying to...
Yeah, so it's like it's not like you were rushing over to the other side. You were just kind of milling about. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you glance inside, it looks like it's clearly a break area for the guards, and you see a cot in there, like a rest area, and you also see a desk set up, and you see a crate that's kind of slightly opened a bit, but you actually can't tell from your angle what's inside the crate, and it's sitting right next to the desk.
So, does each guard get their own office?
Who are you asking?
The guard.
Okay, so the female guard that just came out?
Yeah.
So you wander over to where she was, you're like, hey, wait a second.
Sure.
I'm sorry, you are...
Great lover of museums.
The guards don't have offices. We just have the break room.
Oh, break room. So there are 3 break rooms?
There's just the one.
Oh, so the second door is the ancient plants? Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay.
The ancient plants area is over there, and she points to the same area that the other guard pointed to for.
This place is so confusing. I'm gonna go talk to that rabbit. I wander over to the group.
While I'm sitting there with Knothlock, I'm just gonna like subtly scan the ceiling and see if I can see any alarms or. I would say cameras, but we're in a medieval fantasy setting, so
Make
Yeah,
a perception
magi.
check.
It's a steampunk camera.
That's right. It's got a top hat and goggles.
10.
Okay, you don't see any alarms or anything obvious that might be like a trigger for an alarm or anything like that.
So I'm going to bring up the application back up, and I'm going to ask the woman what she's up to this evening, because I'm going to say you were so nice to me earlier that I would like to buy you a coffee at the coffee shop.
How you doing?
Oh,
Ooh.
I'll say make a persuasion check.
Let's see. I'm not getting a date here. 3.
3? Oh, I'm very flattered by that, but I have plans this evening. I'm so sorry. I'm washing my hair.
Omi goes, she's lying. She tried to work the gala tonight and got rejected.
Let me ask her.
My goblin boyfriend would not approve.
Since I'm new to the area, can you maybe give me some ideas of like what there is to do? Like where do a lot of the workers hang out?
Well, most of the workers, I will say, usually are found in a lot of the taverns in either the dock areas or the lower areas.
Okay, thank you. Are you looking for security? I saw you've got this new stone. This seems to be causing a stir in the town. Do you think I'd have better luck as a security than as a laborer?
We actually have a full security detail these days because of the Murkmire stone. We've actually got 12 guards on duty at all times, even at nighttime. We don't usually have that many guards at night, but because of the security around the stone, they've had to up security. So
And
unfortunately,
like
they're not hiring anymore.
How many guards are in the lobby area right now?
2. Let's see.
Okay. So like is it like one on each side of the lobby basically?
Yep.
Okay. Omi's gonna get up and I think kind of wander like up the ancient plants exhibit and then over to the other shop.
Okay.
And as I'm going, I'm trying to look at the plants, but as I'm looking at the exhibits, kind of strolling, doing like everybody else did, trying to see if there's any traps or alarms or anything like that.
Okay, so the plant exhibit is actually you'd have to actually go through the doors into that area.
Oh, okay. I didn't look like there was doors on the map that.
Yeah, so there's like 2 entryways into that area where the exhibit is. So
Yeah,
you're still in the main area.
yeah, so I'll go down to the southern entrance to it and then kind
Okay.
of hook my way back up.
Okay, but you're still in the main area on the outside, just looking for alarms there. Or are you actually
Yes,
entering?
yes, I'm looking as I'm walking to the sorry, as I'm walking to the ancient plants area. I was kind of have my pamphlet out
Okay.
and then kind of
Make
look
a
up.
perception check. And hopefully you don't roll a 3 or a 5 or
Let's see. Here we go. I rolled a 15.
okay. So I'll throw you a bone here.
Thank you.
You do a fairly thorough search. You don't notice any physical signs of a trap, which, from your experience, you find a little strange
Okay,
that there's nothing there. So you'd assume that it's probably trapped, but not in a way that you can perceive
gotcha.
physically.
Perhaps supernaturally.
Uh, I will throw you a pretty big bone there because I feel a little bad for you at this point.
So yeah, and then I just kind of go into the ancient plants area,
Okay.
pretend to be interested, walk to the north, and then back out into the main area.
Okay. So as you walk into the plants here, so artificial plants made of wood, silk, and other materials sprout from artfully arranged planters. Tall ferns, bushes with strange berries, and slender trees are represented alongside placards about ancient plant life. So they're not actually real plants, they're just representations of plants that have long since been extinct, essentially. And you actually see a guard stationed here that just gives you the once over as you pass by.
It's just one of them.
Yes, one guard. Do you make your way over further to the west into the ancient cultures exhibit?
Yeah, what the hell? I'm over here.
So, glass display cases boast objects related to life in ancient Varkenbluff. Clay pots, stone tools, and scraps of leather clothes are interspersed with informational placards about their historical use. And I will apologize because it is the book mission of Varkenbluff, will say that it's actually the ancient Sword Coast area, since this isn't actually in Varkenbluff. I'm assuming Varkenbluff is the name of a person, essentially.
And there's no guard in this area.
And there is another guard. As you make your way further down, there's a guard station there as well, and he does give you a once over.
So above the table here, we've got 2 guards in the main entrance, a guard in ancient plants, and a guard in ancient cultures.
Correct.
So we've got a quarter of the guards, or a third of the guards, accounted for. Okay, and then I'm gonna head back to the main area and come out up in the northern part of the thing by the shop there.
Okay.
And as I come out, I say, none of those plants are even edible.
It's at the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
She giggles and she says, "No, those are they're all fake. All those plants are extinct by now."
I thought that was just a way to make them sound more delicious.
She giggles again, and then she says, "If you want, we have books here." And then the shop actually sells just more not so much academic textbooks, but more layperson books about some of the items that are in the museum. She says, would you like to purchase any of the materials about anything in the museum?"
Well, I heard that you had a couple really prestigious people on staff here, and I was wondering if you had any texts by a Dr. Donnell or a Dr. Arkin?
Oh, Dr. Arkin, she's the curator of the museum. We don't really, and you're asking if there's books on them?
Books about or by them that they've written.
Uh, yes, we do have books by both Dr. Arkin and Dr. Donnell. And then she actually goes. And you notice on this side, and I'll mention this because it was on the other side, there is a back room on this side. So there is a locked door in the back. And so she goes over and she's looking through some of the books and she brings some books over to the counter. And she puts some books down on the counter and says, "These are some of the books by Dr. Donnell, and they're mostly occult knowledge and things like that, very esoteric. And then these are the books by Dr. Arkin."
And what are they? And if it doesn't say, you don't have to tell me, but
It doesn't say. If you want, I could make something.
no, that's fine. I was just wondering if it had like her specialty or something listed, or if she was just curator. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I have all these. I was hoping you had like some first editions or some of their more out of print or rare volumes.
We do have first print editions. They're pretty expensive. We keep them under lock and key in the back.
Well, do you have like an inventory or a list or a catalog I could look at?
I do have a rare book list I can give you. And she goes under the counter and pulls out a list of rare book titles.
As she kneels down, I stab her on the back.
Okay, make a attack roll.
And I prop her up in front of me. I'm just gonna hide out here till the gala.
We're a weekend at Bernie's.
That's right.
Yes, and I can read some of the book titles to you since I actually now have them generated.
All right.
Secrets of Stone and Bone, a guide to ancient beasts. The Flora of Forgotten Realms, medicinal and mythical plants. Veins of the Earth, a study on precious gems and their mystical properties. The Sunlit Canopy, flora and fauna of the Feywild. You interested in that last one? Person from the Feywild?
It's my hometown. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have all of these back in my manor house in Waterdeep. I'm sorry.
You have a manor house?
I have many
And she
manor
leans
houses. In fact, I was hoping that I could bring something especially interesting back, to lord over the others in Waterdeep. They all think I'm nouveau riche, and it'd be nice to impress them with something.
Like, what were you thinking?
Would you mind if I take a look at in the rare book room?
Make a persuasion check.
What the hell? I'm gonna feel lucky.
That's good, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Let me try one more time. So that was a 12. And earned a luck point to roll a 12 twice.
12.
In some role-playing games, that's good because you roll.
Yeah. Fortunately, not good enough to get back to the rare book area. So, yeah, she's gonna. I really want to because I gotta say you're quite the charmer, but I can't let you back there.
That's a shame. Well, don't worry. When the consortium of my friends and I all pool our resources, we'll buy the museum out from under you. And I turn and walk away.
Wow. If you're interested, she's a furry.
Perfect.
Her other boyfriend's a tabaxi.
Let me just note that. Shopkeeper is a furry. We'll use that in our plan.
Okay, so you guys have learned where the guard's office is,
Yeah.
and that there's
And
12 guards.
and there's 12 guards, and four
Yes.
of them are down here.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Jedric's gonna wander up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'll
so-
follow Jedrick upstairs.
So apparently, you don't want those plants. There's a lot of plastic in the ocean. Blue.
Plastic?
Yeah. Do you have to
What is
cut-
that? Some kind of dry one nonsense?
You end up with like plastic things around your neck because people forget to cut them.
Plu's actually wearing one as a necklace.
That's right.
Oh yes, we consider these precious jewels. They're great signs of prestige.
Okay, so as you make your way up the stairs to the second floor, you find yourself in the prehistoric predators exhibit.
And I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, and I'm just going to casually glance at the ceiling like I'm taking it all in. I don't think I can cast guidance on myself.
You're looking for any signs of traps or?
Traps, yeah.
Okay.
Steampunk
And
camera.
The map does say alarms ? So just so.
You want me to make a perception check? I
Yes,
can't
please.
cast guidance on myself yet. Oh, great. Oh, not bad. 12?
You see no signs of any alarms or traps or anything around.
Can I persuade the alarms or the traps to come out and see me?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check, and all the alarms say, "Yes, we're over here." So the intact skeletons of several large prehistoric monsters are on display here, including the museum's most famous display, the beautifully preserved body of an Allosaurus, its leathery skin appearing supple to the touch. An informational placard next to the dinosaur explains it died nearly a millennia ago and was naturally preserved. Display cases along the room's walls hold fossils of other ancient local predators.
I heard that there's a story about this adventuring group called the Waterdeep Hoods that ran into one of these things.
And if you're wondering what an Allosaurus is, you can probably Google it, but it looks almost like a smaller T-Rex.
With feathers or without feathers?
I'm going the Jurassic Park no feathers route. I think feathers, even though it might be accurate, is silly. I still can't imagine dinosaurs with feathers. Sorry. And plus, these are fantasy dinosaurs, so I can
That's
make
right.
whatever I want.
It actually looks like a Harryhausen miniature from an old.
Yes, exactly. It's like a claymation.
Okay. And how? So I'm assuming is the map pretty accurate to what the room looks like?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
So,
And I will say, did it just Jedrick go upstairs, or did anyone else go with him?
I think
Blue's
Blue
upstairs too.
So Plu went up?
I'm gonna go
And
check
then-
out the privies since I was so gung ho about that.
Okay, so you
Tactical
also
location.
notice in this prehistoric predators exhibit, off to the right, there's a guard by a door there,
Mhm.
and off to the left-hand side, where that open area is, open passageway, there's a guard station there as well.
Omi will make his after waiting a minute or two. Omi's going to make his way up as well.
Okay. You also notice on the right-hand side where the guard is stationed next to that door, there's a large sign that's basically with an illustration of the Murkmire stone, and then basically information about the gala, and you assume that that's actually the entrance to where the gala is going to be held. The guard is stationed there.
Is there like there's no window or anything like that? It's just
No.
a door.
Yep. You do notice, though, that there's a ventilation shaft that you see up to the, and actually this is where Tailspire might be beneficial to show you. And there is a so this is the second floor. So this is where the guard is stationed. This is the door, and this is a ventilation shaft up here.
So it's actually the vent actually ends at the wall there.
What was that?
That's actually like a vent that's on the wall.
It's a vent. So yeah,
Not that
it is. Yeah.
Not that I'm going to do it, but someone could conceivably open the vent or try to get through it, and
you can't really tell how this opens from
Okay.
where you are here, and you would actually have to. It is basically like 8 feet up to get to it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm just trying to help my visualization.
Yeah. So the things you see here are here, and actually there are 3 guards here. So you do see 3 in this room. The guard that's stationed here by the door is a female, and she's actually wearing special armor. Her armor is gold, like has basically like gold etching and detail in it, and you would assume that she's more like a captain of the guard than a normal museum guard.
When Omi gets to the top of the stairs, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like pretend to be like taking it all in, like, and looking around to see if I can see anything that might be an alarm system or.
Okay, yeah, you can make a perception check again, and then we'll go to Plu since he said he was going to the privies.
Yeah. Perception, you said, right?
Yep.
16.
Okay. So much like you notice down below, you do not notice any physical signs of any traps or anything like that from your.
Someone cast detect magic.
Is there a wizard in the group that has detect magic? No? Oh, darn. I guess you'll have to find some other way to find out where those traps are.
I can identify things if I guess a ritual, but I can't.
Neba teleports in and gives us a hand.
Yes, the 11th level Neba goes in, basically annihilates everyone. There you go, do whatever you want, take the stone. I'm out of here. Teleports out. Okay, so Plu, you make your way back to the privy area.
Yeah.
And you see a guest that's exiting the what you assume is to be the men's room, and they're leaving, and they excuse themselves so they kind of brush by you. Do you make your way into the bathroom?
I will.
Okay. And you notice they're basically essentially toilets with a hole in the floor that basically lead into the gravity drain that go into the sewer system. So
Basically.
There's probably an Atiag living in there. So.
Is the hole large enough for a bunch of disgusting adventurers to climb down into it?
Unfortunately not. It is a standard toilet size. If one of you was a druid with shape change or something.
All right, here's my plan. We stop up the toilet so the entire building is flooded, and then I just swim in, get the stone, and swim on out.
Unfortunately, it's not a modern toilet. It's just the gravity drain. So essentially, just a hole that goes into the
and then it falls
tubes.
I don't understand how gravity works. I spent 99% of my life underwater.
It's like the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. You didn't study law, so you don't know laws of gravity.
So Omi has no idea either how they work because he didn't study law.
Mm-hmm.
I will turn around and rejoin the group.
So,
yes, Omi?
Well, can Plu, before he rejoins the group, go see if there are actually stairs at the end of that hall that go up, like on the map?
Good idea.
In which area?
So it looks like past the privies. Like the
Yes,
Yeah.
there are stairs that go up.
See that? Anyone watching those stairs?
There is not.
Maybe I'll just casually take a peek up there. As I do so, I keep glancing down at my pamphlet, so if anyone sees me, they just lost.
Okay. So as you make your way up the stairs, so a winding staircase leads up to this cramped space filled with haphazardly stacked boxes. Uh, Sunlight pours into the space through a large skylight overhead.
All right. Um, how much time and effort would it take to quietly move boxes around so I could reach the skylight?
I would say you can do it in like a couple minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna work on doing that.
Okay.
And once it's done, I would like to check and see if the skylight opens.
It does not. In fact, the skylight does not have any identifiable latch or means of egress. So there's
I meant, does it open if I smash the glass out?
you can smash the glass, yes.
Quietly. Smash it quietly.
It would be you recognize that the panes of the skylight are quite large, so if you smashed it, it would be quite loud. There's no way to do it silently.
All right.
Make a
Well, I'm
stealth
going
check.
to leave the boxes in my climbing configuration and then head back downstairs.
So you said you're leaving the boxes in stacked?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you make your way down with the boxes stacked up to the top of the skylight.
I'm gonna wander over to the cafe.
Okay.
Are you still downstairs, Canyon?
Yeah, I was letting you guys tackle up there. I was going to try and mosey on over to one of the guards and chat him up.
And as I go in the once again, as I go in the cafe, I'm gonna try to see if I can see any traps, alarms.
Make your perception check.
Using a different die this time.
Roll your 5.
And I rolled an 8. So
Okay, so you
That's
find
higher.
nothing.
That's higher than a 5.
So this space holds a mix of cafeteria-style tables and lounge furniture. A counter in the northeast corner sits underneath a sign that reads "Unearthed Cafe." And there's a man standing behind the cafe, and he's cleaning some plates. He's kind of eyes you a little bit as he then goes back down to continue cleaning. And then right next to where the counter is, there is a guard stationed, and he's just kind of mulling about. And he seems a bit bored being stationed in the cafe area. He's probably quite hungry as he's sitting there watching everybody else eat. And you see a number of people sitting at tables eating and talking as well.
it's like a college dorm-ish cafe type of deal.
I would say like just as like a
Starbucks and Barnes and Noble type of cafe.
yeah, exactly that sort of cafe where there's like general seating areas like couches and things like that, and you'll see like tables stationed by where people to sit, and then in the northeast corner there's that long counter, and behind the counter you have the food service area, and a lot of it is like pre-prepared food.
I'm picturing Central Perk from Friends.
More or less, yeah. Then we'll go to Nothog since we haven't done too much, and he's been sitting down there on a bench falling asleep. So, and then we'll go back to Jedrick.
So, yeah, I'm going to go over to the nearest guard and just start chatting him up and say, hey, maybe working here. How is it?
Actually, I'm going to see who you're talking to, because there are different guards. So let's see if this guard would be more inclined to talk to you. So roll a d12.
Let me get one of those. Seven.
I'm sorry. What was that? He seems a little distracted.
I've been told I might have a chance at working here. I was just wondering what it's like from the worker point of view.
He seems relatively distracted, like he's trying to like almost ignore you and look at like basically what's going on because he doesn't want to be distracted from his duties. And he's like, it's work, it's pays the bills. Is there anything you needed?
A pretty big night coming up, right? You've got the big stone reveal. Is that bringing in a lot of people? That might be why they're looking at hiring me.
They're looking to hire. We're fully staffed. I don't think they're hiring any more guards.
Where is he? Where is this guy standing?
I would assume that you sat over by where the offices were, so it's the guard, and you've had already a guard change since then, so this is a new guard that you haven't seen before.
Okay. Do all you guys get along pretty well, or I don't want to work in a place where people don't.
Are you unionized?
Kind of benefits do you get? How's the health insurance?
The pay is quite good here, and it was pretty difficult to get this job. Did a lot of work to get here, but this is a lot. To be honest, it's a lot cushier job than what I'm used to. And he's not even looking at you at this point. He's kind of just like still eyeing the room, not trying to be distracted by what you're.
Now we still have tickets for this event tonight, right?
Yeah, you're given the tickets.
So, let me just end it with. I was hoping to have a chance to chat up some of the workers. Where you guys go after you get off? What time do you guys get off? Like, where do you hang out? Where's the tavern that you guys like to drink at? Maybe I could buy you a drink tonight.
Let me come up with a theme here for a tavern.
Well, my concern is we're going to run into these people. We're being kind of, we're recognizable folk, and we're going to come to this event later. And I want to see who's going to be working and who's not.
Well, most of us go to the Wistful Wyvern after work here. But if you're interested in talking, I mean, and quite busy right now, I can't really talk much more. But if you're interested in perhaps maybe some socialization with some of us, you can hang out at the Wistful Wyvern after we get off. But all of us are doing double duty today because of the Murkmire stone, so we're all working tonight as well. So it's going to be a really late night.
All right. Well, I will see you maybe tonight. So I'll check out this Wistful Wyvern. Thanks for the chat.
And then he's not even looking. He's just basically brushing off.
I'm going to pull my cloak a little tighter around my face, then we get the hell out of the museum.
Okay.
Blue actually does not want to leave the attic yet.
Okay.
It should be above the gemstone wing, right? Based on where I went up.
Let's see. It's directly above. It's actually directly above the privy.
Mm-hmm.
So
so it's just a small little area in the corner.
It's really small. So it's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's like 25 feet by 15 feet wide. So
okay, and it's not connected to anything else but at the south wall.
nope. And by the way, these crates contain a lot of like cleaning elements. No, so nothing of value that's stored up
Right.
here. That's why there's no guard stationed here.
Question: is Nogloth within 120 feet of me?
You're all on. Yes.
Okay. I take out a small little wire, and I whisper into the wire. I say, Nogloth, try to go around back and find the loading dock entrance. You can reply to this message. I cast message cantrip when I send it to him.
Okay, I'll do it, but it didn't work last time.
But you didn't go around the entire building.
Oh, you want him to like go all the way around? Gotcha.
Can I respond back to him?
Respond back.
Is
Yeah.
that what you? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was it was casting. All right, I will. What am I looking for?
Doors. How to get in.
All right, I'll see what I can find.
Is that okay, Zolarel? I hope you didn't mind doing
I will tell you at this point, though, there were no other doors in the back to the building except for the loading dock doors.
Okay, maybe the map is just because the map. Okay.
So, Omi wouldn't know. Omi is going to go through the cafe and then down into the creatures of the past and kind of wander around that southern annex or whatever.
Okay. So you see the guard in the cafe area, and then when you go into the creatures of the past area, so fossils of small prehistoric creatures are arranged here, some as fully reconstructed skeletons. The exhibit includes microraptors,
Arthropod?
no, ornithopods,
Bird
dwarf
feet?
elephants, and an ancestor of the cockatrice. Informational placards tell the stories of these creatures and their bones discovery. And you see a guard stationed in the corner here. And he kind of
And
just
this is-
gives you a nod as you
And
walk
this is
by.
the creatures of the past, right?
Correct.
We got 8 guards accounted for.
So this is basically those
No, this is
3
9.
rooms in the lower left of that map.
Oh yeah, you're right. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do you continue further east?
Yeah. Again, it's just with my pamphlet out, stopping at random exhibits.
Yeah, so there,
to
I
look
mean, he
at.
basically views you as just a normal.
That will be his last mistake.
As you stab him. So then you move into the Underground Wonders exhibit. So glittering ore and gemstones are arranged in velvet-backed display cases. Informational placards explain local geologic history. And you actually see 2 guards that are wandering through this area.
Hold on a sec.
And you can take a moment to examine anything in these areas too. You don't have to do. So I'm just giving you a brief explanation.
Yeah, and that's all. Omi doesn't care about Underground Wonders. Looking at the guards.
But aren't carrots underground wonders?
I tried to find something to eat in the ancient plant section, and it's all fake. Do either of the guards have keys or anything on them?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. It's 18.
Okay, so you notice that they are carrying a card of some sort on their person.
Steal it so bad.
A lane tree would steal it.
Omi is having a real internal battle with himself.
So it's like the card itself is basically a rectangular piece of uh looks like platinum or some sort of fine metal, and it's got the symbol of the Murkmire Museum on it, inlaid in we'll say
Is it
like
like on like a thing on their belt, basically?
yeah, it's essentially on their person and their belt.
Still, it's so bad, but that could backfire really badly.
You know what you want.
Adam's like, I roll, oh crap, a one.
Exactly.
You know you want to do it. You know you want to do
I
it.
do.
All the cool rogues would do it.
Adam, just kill them and take the card.
That's true. We're in a isolated area of the museum. Nobody would notice.
And you can take out two guards pretty easily.
That's right.
For the first level character, sure.
Um,
They each have one hit point.
and so there was one guard in the creature of the past, and then two here, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Two. No. I am not going to steal from these guys. I'm going to stop and look at one of the exhibits in this area and see where they go. And because this is the underground wonders
I'm
section.
so glad, Adam, you stopped to look at the exhibit.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're kind of like milling about looking in a little bit more detail at some of the exhibits, you notice that one of the central display cabinets in this area includes a chunk of jade similar in size and weight to the Murkmire stone.
I want to steal that so bad too.
Do it.
So it's in a display case here, and it looks pretty much identical to what was in the depiction. And you can assume that this is not the actual Murkmire stone.
Yeah.
They've already said that it's not on display yet, so you assume this
Yeah.
is some sort of like replica or something.
So is there anything that like identifies that one, or is it just kind of like in its own little case?
It's in its own display case.
Are the guards still here?
They're kind of circulating between those two rooms, so between the how is it labeled on the map that you have?
So it's creatures of the past, underground wonders. Underground wonders is the middle
Yeah,
one
so where you
this.
see like underground wonders and then the arrow to the right,
Yeah.
those two rooms are the underground wonders. So they're basically cycling between those two rooms. And the room that the copy of the Murkmire stone is in the right room there. The
So
one
it's
where
farther
the arrow
away.
is.
It's closer to the archaeology display.
Correct. Yep.
I feel like trying to steal that would be also a bad idea.
You gotta remember, it's like a football. It's not like a little tiny thing. It's like a football.
Yeah. Well, I've got a backpack and pouch and stuff. Can I, under the guise of looking at the replica, the Murkmire replica, can I check the display case to see if it looks like there's any like pressure pads or anything on the display that might go off if when I try to steal this thing?
Perception.
Oh.
Oh no, Omi's gone.
Omi, as he's examining it, like bunks his head into it because I rolled a natural one.
Okay. You don't see any traps or anything that
Okay. Omi is going to go back to the cafe. Actually, no, I'm gonna continue on to the archaeological wonders. Check, just take a look and then head back to the cafe.
Okay. And as you're kind of leaving that, another patron kind of wanders in and is ogling this copy of the Murkmire Son's like, "Ooh, that's great. Wow. That's wonderful."
Noticing that, can I head back towards when he walks in and starts ogling it, or
Yeah.
he or she or whatever, can I head back and like somehow surreptitiously bump into them to try to knock them into the display case?
Um,
However you want to handle it.
I would say make an attack roll.
Okay. Just like an unarmed attack roll.
Yeah.
Can I also make a stealth check to try to do it discreetly?
Yes, and I was kind of debating because I was gonna make you have 2 checks. So I was gonna have you make the attack roll and then also make a secondary check to make sure that it came across as like an accident.
Okay. So I'll roll them both, but I'll tell you
I
the
will say
attack.
actually make a sleight of hand because that seems more than stealth.
Even better.
Is that better?
All right. Yeah. So my sleight of hand check, and I'll tell you both, and you can
Okay.
figure out whatever you want to do. So my sleight of hand check is a 21,
Okay.
and my attack roll is a 12.
Okay. So you bump into them as if you're accidentally brushing against them, and they are knocked into the display case. But it is not enough to break the glass from
Okay,
them bumping
that's
into
fine.
it.
But like no alarms go off or anything like that
No.
either.
Nope.
Okay.
And
Does it look like
they give you like a look like of surprise. It's like what? Like almost like they're offended.
did you
react?
I think it was an earthquake. And then I look at my pamphlet and walk back to the cafe.
Okay. They give you another look and they kind of wander into the archaeological display exhibit.
That was our first attack roll of the campaign.
It was. And it was a success.
Yes.
Wait, do your damage. They're a commoner. You might have killed them.
Oh, well, it's an unarmed attack, so it's only 1.
They had 1 hit point. You've knocked them unconscious.
Wait, don't you get sneak attack damage though?
Oh, that's right, Adam.
That's right. Okay, so I head back to the cafe.
Okay, and then we'll go back to Jedrick. So, Jedrick, what were you doing?
Jedrick is in the cafe, and he's going to try to. There's according to the map, there's a little sort of an opening behind the cafe in the north.
Yep.
So he's going to wander into that hallway and see if he can see anything, and casually looking for traps or whatever.
Okay. So that's essentially just an access hallway that connects the Unearthed Cafe to the Prehistoric Predators exhibit. And then goes all the way over to the privies. So there's no guard stationed here. It's just basically an access hallway that goes all the way over.
When I get back to the cafe, does the guard in the cafe have one of those cards on his
Now that you know
belt?
where to look, yeah, you see that all the guards that you've seen now have one.
Okay.
I'm going to then make my way back to the cafe.
Okay. So, Omi, you see Jedrick come in from that access hallway.
And then one last question, and then you can get to somebody
Sure.
else. The like entrances between like the cafe and the prehistoric predators, and then the cafe and the creatures of the past, do they have like doors or gates there?
From like the cafe into the prehistoric.
Yeah, any of
That's
those like
just-
open
that's just open.
areas. Okay.
Did Nothlog or Plu have anything
Adam,
you wanted to do?
did Omi go all the way down to the archaeology display?
I did not. I got distracted.
Oh, because I was going to say there's something that looks like a door.
Yeah, that's what I was going to check out, but then
Well,
wanted to-
Ilmoon was headed in the direction of that series of rooms, so we'll just say I bump into the two of you in the cafe.
I would be heading out to look for the that tavern that was mentioned, the Wyvern.
Okay.
Omi is going to inform Plu of what he saw back there and of point out kind of the guards' key card things that they have on them.
Oh man, that chunk of rocket sure come in handy.
Plu,
Yeah.
do you want to distract the guard in the cafe and I can try to steal his card?
Sure. Sure.
Hey, Omi, before you do that, I tap him on the shoulder and say, have some guidance.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Plu goes down to the passageway connecting the cafe to creatures of the past and starts screaming.
Okay. Handle this. Make a deception check.
Five.
I will just roll this just to see if he rolls less. Okay, he does.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So you're actually in the area for the creatures of the past.
Yes.
There is actually a guard station there, you see? So you just start screaming, and the guard that's there is like just staring at you like,
Oh, sorry. I thought those were actual creatures of the past. It was really upsetting. I will go now. I go back to the cafe.
yes, please don't cause a scene here. Or else we're going to have to ask you to leave.
All right, I'll try to more gently distract the other guard.
Are you going to go back in the cafe area?
Yes.
Yeah, because you described that guy as looking kind of bored and distracted, right?
Yeah, he looks like this is not an area where there's much going on, so he's just...
I walk up to the guard and say, "Hey, friend, can I buy you a coffee?"
Roll a d12 to see who you're talking to.
I'm talking to Jedrick. Three.
I bought the sheriff's badge in the gift shop.
Yes.
Okay, so you're actually this is a female halfling.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just kind of like milling about on her feet, and she says, "Hey, you offered to buy her something?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's against regulations. I can't accept any gifts. I'd love something, to be honest with you, but I can't. It's against the rules. I can't do it.
Against regulations.
Exactly.
Have you considered unionizing?
No, I like this job. This is a good job. I really don't want to lose it, so I can't.
I mean, what kind of criminal activity would happen in the cafe? I mean, like, no one's going to break into a museum just to steal a bunch of napkins, right?
Yeah, but this is my job. I really don't want to lose this job. And this is like, they have me here, so I got to do my job. I'm sorry.
All right. Can you help me out? And I get out the map and I start pointing out my confusion between the ancient plants area and the guard's office and try to keep her absorbed in that.
Okay.
And Omi is going to try to stealthily walk up to her and then yoink her card.
Make a sleight of hand with advantage.
Oh, I love advantage.
And guidance.
I'm assuming because this is like helping, so it's...
16.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh no, Mike, where I was actually going with this is while she's looking at the map, I take my sword and go...
Okay, well, yeah, as her body slumps over and then you
and then I
give her fork.
Before the body even hits the floor, I swipe the card.
Exactly. And no one notices this.
No.
Actually, you do a Weekend at Bernie's thing. You basically like put her over like your shoulder and you take the card without her noticing. And with that, we'll actually end it since it's after 11.
Okay.
And it's a good point to end it because you guys actually did discover quite a bit of information here, at least some actionable information, and you did score a card. This key card.
I am going to add that to my inventory.
It's actually her discount card at the local
That's right.
grocery store.
It is. It's
only
actually
got
giving
4
her a discount at the
punches.
shop.
Holy cow, one more and we get a free sub.